Putting some energy for the air signs today. See what messages they have for you all. Pull a few oracle cards from the oracle deck. The first card is the Nine of Wands. You're preparing for a battle. As you can see, she's ready. She has all her wands lined up around her. You're defending what you built. Maybe something important that you want to protect, keep somebody from finding out, or keep somebody from just trying to destroy. Four of Wands is you're exhausted from putting everybody, like putting a lot of energy into friends, your job, a relationship. You've forgotten about yourself. So it's time to take a break, relax, take a nap, recharge. The Page of Wands is it's time you're taking, like basically the time that you're taking to recharge. It's gonna bring new ideas. You're gonna try new exciting activities or pick up a new hobby. And then last, you have the Lovers. Maybe there's some new love you're gonna find throughout this time, or maybe you're gonna be able to spend time with those that you love. You're gonna be able to put more energy into the people who've missed out on you, or you haven't been having time to spend with due to work. Pulling some from the oracle decks. First, I'm pulling from they're the core issue cards. Basically, getting the core down to the core of yourself. First card is gratitude. And I'm gonna look that up. And on this card, gratitude, you might not be able to see it as clear, but it's a pear or a pear tree. The pear symbolizes diligent effort and enlightenment. The oxen represents reliability, hard work, wealth, and power. The wheel represents the ever-changing nature of fate and fortune. Enlightenment comes from the hard work and harvesting of information and the knowledge and gratitude for what was harvested and how it came to be. So basically, just like a farmer, the farmer, when they plant their vegetables and stock, corn, sugar, cane, however, it's a process, and you have to take care of it, and then it goes on from that. So this card is appreciation is greater than salt. By you having this card, it asks you to consider, do you really appreciate what you already have? Are you taking advantage of someone else's generosity? Are you permitting someone to take advantage of you? Do you do for others what you want them to do for you? And how can you show more gratitude? Maybe it's somebody that's like pulling your energy from what the previous card said. Taking time for yourself, rest, snap, recharging. You're giving all yourself to someone and not yourself. We're going to pull from the projection deck. Basically, what is projected outer. And your card is Rage. I'm going to give you meaning of that. On this card is the Chimera, was a fire-breathing female monster in Greek mythology with a lion's head, a goat's body and a serpent's tail. The Romans also represented the creature in their art as the most terrifying of beasts. Though her symbolism is debated, it is highly likely that she represents the desecration of the Divine Mother, especially the darker warrior aspect of the goddess. As the precursor to the patriarchal religious traditions that would dominate the world. Principally, this is because all the animals who's composed of the chimera were sacred to countless goddesses throughout Africa, Asia, and the Mediterranean. Her symbolism is used here to warn against blind, destructive rage. Eternal flames commemorate the honorable, the dishonorable are commemorated by the void. Rage is a reaction to pain caused by the lack or the insufficiently expressed love you feel we deserve to receive. So you may be wanting this particular person to love you like you love them, but they're not. So like you have this rage projected. You can project it outside because most likely the projection card is what's outside. So what are you showing outside, or what you may begin to burst out in rage because you're upset about this person not loving you or feeling the way you feel about them. When you get this card, there is an indication that you have been hurt and may be seeking refuge in rage as a way to cope with the pain. You're advised to recognize that you are just hurt, to stop focusing exclusively on the anger, and to deal with the core issue, which the core issue was in the first card, which is gratitude. So basically be grateful for the experience, move on, because there is greater love out there. Someone will, come along and love you as you need to be loved. Also, you're advised to recognize that, I said that already. And to deal with the core issue is to move forward. Basically what I just said, with a healthy life in a productive way. You don't need to resort to rage, being angry at that person or vindictive. It's best that you move forward. And I'm going to pull from a cool card. Cool cards basically are like the reactions of everything. So it's gonna be a cool card, and there's gonna be a hot card. Take this one. It's questioning. On this card is feathers. Okay, the key represents access. So there's a key, if you can see the key. I'm not sure if you can see it. The feathers depict writing, truth, spirit, ascension, message, and travel. The crossing of the feathers is the two sides of the situation needed to be resolved. Let's see where the key is. Okay, the key is right here. It's kind of like in the middle. And see how the feathers crisscross across each other. The fear of hearing no is the #1 cause of all lost fortunes. This card basically is saying, seek answers and don't stop until you're satisfied. If you feel uncomfortable or afraid to ask questions, remember that your comfort zone is not necessarily the right zone regarding this issue. All your cards basically connect whatever situation that you're dealing with or that you have been going through. It's basically telling you how to smoothly get through it. Make the right choices. Take your time and decide on what you're doing and how to react about it. I'm going to pull a hot card, and that'll be the last card. It's nurturing. On here, as you can see, it's a skull. The coin of the mouth was a ritual done by the Greeks and Romans and in the Levant to ensure that the recently deceased gained safe passage to the outer world. Not unlike today, the care by which a family conducted the funeral arrangements of a relative, what was said about the deceased at the service, and who was or was not in attendance often reflected the conduct of the descendant, or should I say the deceased. The butterfly in the picture at the bottom, as you can see, it represents rebirth, as the ancients believed in some form of afterlife. The pleasantries are discomforts of which we're also determined by the person's conduct when they walk upon the earth. This card represents constant awareness of who and what we feed with our attention. Basically saying this person doesn't deserve your attention. That which we feed will continue to sit at our table. So if you keep on giving them things to feed off or giving them things to entertain you, they're going to stay there. If you keep on giving them what they want or what they expect from you, they're going to stay there. Keep draining you and using you, manipulating you. And the meaning is, make sure that you are encouraging and nurturing only the qualities, circumstances, and kinds of people you want to see perpetually appear in your life. So there it is right there, saying, be mindful of who you have in your life, who you give your energy to. Everybody doesn't deserve your energy. Everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. And that's all I have for air signs today. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and you have a good evening.